Hi. So I just wanted to share the news that I will not be coming back to film season 14 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's very bittersweet. Never did I think I would have been asked to do the show in a million years, let alone film it for 3 seasons. Every single year I was asked back. It was a blessing. It was an honor. Being the first Asian American on Beverly Hills was a lot of weight on my shoulders that I have since just have really understood the magnitude of what that meant for people. And I just wanted to thank you guys for being such incredible support for me, and I hope that I have been for you, sharing my story with my ED.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sunny LaRue, also known as the professional martini drinking blogger, back again with another episode. And today we are going to talk about all things pop culture, hot topics, because it can't wait until Friday, right? But before we get into it, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you won't miss out on breaking news, updates, recaps, when we go live, and more. It is the freest and easiest way to support the channel. And if you like to follow me on social media, you can do that too. I'm on all platforms, including Facebook. Yes, Facebook. My handle's at Sunny LaRue 17, or simply Google Sunny LaRue 17. All of my links will populate and you can follow me through those meets. Now, let's get into it because, child, there's a lot to gossip about. There's a lot to talk about. And you and I finna hit it. All right, my lambs. Welcome back. Nothing's changed. It's just a name change. The professional martini drinking blogger. I'm gone back to that because it just makes sense. That's my brand. That's it. We're still gonna gossip. We're still gonna talk. We're still going to do our YouTube thing together. Let's take a drive over down Sunset Boulevard, up Doheny to Mulholland, and over to Beverly Hills. Yes, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Child, they are giving more now that the season is over than what they were doing on the show. The camera should be picking back up to follow this stuff. So, as you know, Anne-Marie 8.5, I got a lot to say about that, but there's no time for that, is coming for Crystal Minkoff. Both of them are no more, okay? So Anne-Marie wasn't asked back, and Crystal wasn't asked back. And I find it very comical because Andy Cohen sits up and says on his Radio Andy, yes, child, I pay for a subscription, mostly because I like Howard Stern. But Radio Andy, sure, why not? He sits up there and says, well, as you know, Jeff, I like to give our housewives a second chance. I think I agree with him in those terms. I think they should be allowed to have a 2-year contract, okay? Your first and second season. If you don't bring it on your second season, get the hell out. That's it. But Anne-Marie did not get that chance. Crystal did. And Crystal had the potential to be a good, solid 8.5 housewife. But that didn't happen because we didn't connect with her. Okay, there was just something about, we connected with her husband, Rhobh, you know, the Lion King. Oh, I can't wait to be king. Yes. And we connected with her housekeeper. We connected with her brother, who's some kind of pop star over in China. I mean, he's like Jay-Z, but over in China. But with her, there was just no connection. And I think the execs over at Bravo, who was trying to just pull it out of her, had enough. Anne-Marie, on the other hand, well, let me just say this. Anne-Marie was brought in by Kyle Richards, right? Kyle Richards, okay? And Kyle basically set her little chihuahua out. You know, she opened up the door and let her chihuahua run wild. You know, I have a chihuahua, you know, Diamond. When I open up the door, my little chihuahua would just go, and she's like a little hood. She's a hood rat because she runs and antagonizes dogs, people, cars. It doesn't matter. Okay, and this is what was happening with Anna Marie. She was going after Crystal. She was going after Sutton. She was going after Garcelle. She was saying all these things instead of her just coming in, you know, take your seat and shut the hell up. Okay, because you're new to the table. We'll pass you your plate. You just watch and not pick a side and not have an alliance, because these women have been together for 2-3 years, some the entire season, like Kyle, Dorit, been there for 9-10 years now. So they have a history, and she's not a part of that history. So for her to comment on things is mute. However, I see why she was doing it, because Kyle was winding her up, saying, if you want to stay on the show, this is how you do it, and getting her to do her dirty work, even though Kyle won't admit it. So first she goes after, now that the reunion is over, now that the season is over, 8.5, because her husband called her a solid 8.5. You know, if you're nothing, you're a solid 8.5. Which to me, as a woman, if my husband, my man, come to me and say you're a solid 8.5 in looks, how you raise our kids, business-wise, everything, I will be like, and you're a solid divorcee, because I'm going to take you to the cleaners. You don't treat me like I'm subpar. I should be a 10. I should be 100, because that's what I'm giving you. You know, but anyway, that's okay. We're going to leave it there. So anyway, she is now going on all talk shows, all blogs, talking. And now she's going after Crystal, okay? And she hit up Crystal's parody account, not realizing that this is not Crystal, number one. And not realizing she blocked Crystal from her X account, right? So she's like this. So the parody account is called Crystal Minkoff, okay? That's not really Crystal. And it says here in the tweet, because I'm reading here from Bravo Dark Side, and shout out to you guys. You guys just be on it. I'll leave a link to their Instagram in the description box in case you want to follow all the juicy stories, honey. It says here, worry about your transphobic racist husband, okay? And then Crystal Minkoff goes, don't dish it if you can't take it. All right. But this is a parody account. Okay. So then Anne-Marie goes on to say on her account, false you get the point. Against athletes are easy. Anyone with actual money knows this. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You worry about your husband, the Lion King, and your brother for that matter. Oh, and the video of you blurting out the N-word getting out. Fake woke racist. Okay? So first of all, Crystal never said any of this stuff to her. It was a parody account. Second of all, the reference to the athlete with her husband. You know, her husband is a football player. He's retired. He was in college, and it's alleged that he had an incident of SA and R with a young woman. It came out after the taping, so it wasn't brought up on the show. It wasn't brought up on the reunion. And so Anne-Marie is saying that that's false. Also, the women, they don't like her politics, her and her husband politics, so they're very conservative, Republican conservative. They are Trump supporters. And a lot of that came out throughout the season, which was edited out. Because Bravo and NBCU, they don't want the hassle. They don't want they have enough. They have enough with Leah McSweeney suing them and making these wild accusations about Andy and what was going on down in New York when she was on Real Housewives of New York. Then you got Caroline Manzo suing from Real Housewife of New Jersey, suing Brandy Granville of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. These are all ex-people, okay? I know, follow the bouncing ball. And so they don't want, and then you have Bethany with the Reality Awakening, okay, which changed how reality TV is presented and change how the contracts and everything are signed, okay? So NBC don't want that hassle, so they edited a lot of it out, which is kind of sad because now we don't get to know Anna Marie. All we know is that she is Kyle's lapdog and does Kyle's dirty work. We are not connected to her in any way. Unfortunately, during the season, her mother passed away, so she was dealing with that. And it wasn't brought up on the show. It was edited out. A lot of her connections and conversations have been edited. Why? Well, we don't know. I'm just assuming that Bravo don't want the hassle. So this is going on, right? This is what's going on now. And Christo has yet to respond, but Erika Jayne has responded, and she wrote, "Here for the beef." Well, you know what? That's good, Erika Jayne. But this beef should have been on TV and not on social media. As you know, Bette Midler, wing beneath my wings. Yes, Miss Bette herself, the fabulous M. And the Rose. She's just fabulous. Why do you want to be on such a... I'm sorry, I'm going to call it out like it is. A trashy show. Bette, come on, you're up there with Cher and Tina Turner. You're a legacy. You up there with Elton John. You up there with Billy Joe. You up there with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Okay? You up there with Lionel Richie. You are a legend. What do you need to be on it? You up there with Celine Dion. Come on. Why do you why? Why do you want to be on this trashy show? This is not for you, Miss Bette Midler. No. Another person who was asked to be on the show was Christina Applegate. And she tells them, no, thank you. And I'm glad, because Christina, beautiful as you are, and you're going through your struggles and stuff, you don't need to be on the show with no damn Kyle Richards. You're another one. You are a legacy, okay? No, we don't want our comedy blonde sitting up here fighting and getting in the pits of the pig pits with the like of Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne and Dorit. Okay, no. You don't need to be hanging out with Sutton. You don't need to be hanging out with Garcelle. No, and a no. And I'm glad she said no. But Bette Midler, you don't need to be a part of this cast. There's no need for you. If Lisa Rinna was still on the show, then I would say yes, because then you could take it to her. But there's no point of you being on the show. Another person who is asked to be on the show and is in talks allegedly is Helena Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's wife. Now that is a winner. That is winner chicken dinner. Yes, because she is outspoken, crazy, all kinds of crazy on every kind of level, and that's the type of housewife that we need on these shows. We don't, Bette Midler, no disrespect to you, you are a legend. You don't need to be running around, like I said, in the pig pits with these women. Something for the fans. Go back on Broadway. Drop out another single or something like that. Okay? Do a Christmas movie on Hallmark Channel. I'll watch that. Or come out and do a couple of concerts and sing, all your hits. I'll pay for that. We'll pay for that. But no, girl, no, Miss Bette Midler, no, please don't. And Andy, don't entertain this. Don't entertain this at all. No. But Helena Baldwin, yes, that is a big yes. That's a hard yes for me. And I hope they give her the money because she deserve it. She ain't gonna be effing around with Kyle. She ain't gonna be effing around with Dorit. She sure in the hell won't be effing around with Erika. She won't be effing around with Sutton, and she won't be effing around with Garcelle. Okay? She will take it to them. And that's what we need. You know, you have the conflict, but then you'll have a resolution and a path to move forward. Because after all, that's what these shows are supposed to be about. But you know who else I wish they will ask? I really do wish they ask. I follow her on her Instagram, and let me tell you guys something. Y'all gonna think but I think she would be a perfect housewife, okay? And that's Boogie, yes, Boogie on down. Boogie Tillman Parker. If the name don't sound familiar, this sounds familiar. Trey Parker, Matt Stone of South Park. Yeah, Trey Parker's ex-wife. She needs to be on the show. Do you see her Instagram page? I mean, this woman, she and her kids, they just get on the plane. It's like at the drop of the dime. The luxury, the luxurious lifestyle this woman lives. Okay, and it's like 1 minute she's in Hawaii, 1 minute she's in Paris, 1 minute, I mean, she's like a globe-trotting woman, taking her cute little daughter around with her and her son, handsome Kobe, their daughter Betty, the one she has with Trey Parker. They're running around cutesy, all cutesy and stuff. Even though they're divorced, they co-parent together. And you would still think that they were in a relationship, but apparently they're not. She goes to parties. She's living the life. I mean, this is the kind of housewife we want to see. She got the money. I mean, I feel like she'd be in her Tesla driving and looks over at her daughter Betty. You want to go to New York? You want to go to New York? She's driving, right? And her daughter, yes, Mom, let's go. She placed a call, have the plane ready, and drives on to the Van Nuys airport over there. Get on a private jet and head off to New York. Call Trey. Oh, by the way, me and Betty are headed to New York. We'll see you in a minute. I mean, that's what we want. That's what we want. And she don't take no shenazzo. She does not take no shenazzo. And she would take it to these women. She would take it to these women. And I guarantee you, Erika will have an issue with her. Garcelle will have an issue with her. Kyle will definitely have an issue with her. And so is Dorit. Because none of these women, Sutton too, none of them, they don't have the kind of money that Miss Boogie Tillman has. Parker. Okay? They don't have that kind of money. They don't have a private jet at just the... I mean, you got to make arrangements and stuff. Like suddenly, like I got to make arrangements. No. Boogie don't do that. She just, boom, call, and she's at the airport. I mean... They got houses all over the place. They got that nice house in Beverly Hills. She got a nice house out there in Denver, Colorado. They got that townhouse out there in New York. I think they got a place somewhere in London. I mean, it's rich, wealthy. I ain't talking about rich. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. She's wealthy. That South Park money... that would make her the richest, wealthiest housewife that ever walked through those Bravo doors. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. But enough of me ranting and raving about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and what's going on. You let me know what you guys think of this. All of this. You know, what do you think of Anne Marie going after Crystal now that they're both off the show? Calling it karma. Girl, anyway. And what do you think about Bette Midler trying to join the Housewives of Beverly Hills? And who would you want to be a new cast member? Do you agree with me having Boogie Tillman Parker a part of this cast? Would you like to see Helena Baldwin on the show? Let's continue the conversation right down there in the conversation box below. And with that, I have other stories, more on Housewives, so I'm going to get back at it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, my lambs. Bye.